Okay, so my best friend Derek wants to transform his body. He wants to lose some fat and get a little bit leaner. So I told him, all right, man, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna need at least 3 months. 3 months to see the progress and significant difference to the physique. So there's a strategy behind his diet that I'm prescribing to him that's going to help accomplish this. So the first thing that we're going to do, obviously, is modify his diet. Okay, we're going to change his dietary habits and dietary choices. Second, we're going to increase his physical activity. He's going to work out more, so that's also going to increase the amount of calories that he's metabolizing, obviously. Now, getting into the diet part of it. So the basic principles behind the diet that I'm giving him are two things: lots of fiber and lots of protein. Fiber, it has volume to it, and when you consume fiber, it takes up space in your stomach, so it expands your stomach. When your stomach expands, the receptors on the outside send signal to your brain that you're getting full. Okay, so when you consume things that are high in fiber and you consume a lot of fiber in your diet, generally speaking, you're going to feel full. You're going to feel more satisfied. The same thing goes with protein as well. When your body digests protein, the metabolites of protein digestion act as messengers that basically set forth a chain reaction that send a signal to your brain that you're full as well. So if you eat a lot of fiber and you eat a lot of protein, you're going to feel full throughout the day. You're going to feel satisfied. As a result of feeling satisfied and full, you're obviously going to consume less calories. Okay? So that's what we're trying to do with Derek. We're trying to increase the amount of calories that he's metabolizing while decreasing the amount of calories that he's intaking. And so we create this deficit where his body's basically metabolizing more calories than what he's taking in. Obviously, that's going to result in fat loss and weight loss as well. Okay, so I want you guys to keep in mind that every diet is relative to what you want to accomplish. If you want to be a bodybuilder and pack on lots of muscle, I'm not going to tell you to eat a lot of fiber and protein. This strategy is only relative to what he wants to do. He just wants to lose some fat and get leaner. So we're just going to basically put him in a caloric deficit. But he's not going to feel like he's in a caloric deficit because he's going to feel satisfied and full. So it won't even feel like he's dieting. That's the idea behind these principles of lots of fiber, lots of protein. So I'm going to put some images of Derek on the screen so you guys can see what his physique looks like. Now, I gotta give a lot of respect to Derek because it takes a lot of balls and a lot of courage to put your physique out there for everybody to see. Even though Derek didn't give me permission to put his photos in this video, it was still really courageous of him to strip down in front of me and let me take photos of him. So I'm just kidding, man. He knows that his photos are going in this video. So all right. So what we're looking at in this first video, in this first photo, is basically a most muscular pose. All right. So the poses that I had him do basically are to have him showcase his physique, and so we could really examine the before and after. So 3 months from now, towards the end of May, I'm going to have him do these same poses, and we'll be able to see the difference. So in this first photo, we could see that he doesn't look too bad, actually. You could see a little bit of definition in his chest down the middle. His arms don't look skinny. His arms look decent. You could actually see some shape of the abs coming through, but he could be leaner. He could be harder. So what I want to see is definitely visible abs, very visible abs by the end of the 3 months. I want to see way more definition in the chest, and I definitely want to see more roundness in the shoulders. His shoulders look a little soft, they look a little flat, so by the end of this, I want to see more roundness and more fullness to the shoulder. So let's go to the next photo here. So this is a most muscular pose with the hands on the hip. He kind of looks weird in this pose because I don't think he's hitting it properly, but nonetheless, we could really see more of his abs in this photo. So again, by the end of this transformation, we should see more definition and flatness in the abs, definitely more definition in the shoulders and chest, and make the arms look a little bit harder as well. So let's go to the next photo. Back double bicep. We see a little bit of definition in the middle of his back. You could see some lines there. Definitely we could use more definition between the bicep and triceps, and really more separation from the shoulder and the arm. His shoulder and his arm kind of just looks like one piece. You don't see the separation of the shoulder. So by the end of this, I want to see more separation in the shoulder, more roundness in the shoulder, like I said. And then down by his lower back, you can see sort of the love handle. So we definitely want to get rid of the fat there so that he has a better V taper. So we want to see that his shoulders and back are consistently wider than his hips. So you want to just see a nice V shape coming down. Going to the next photo, a side chest photo. So again, you can see the shoulder popping out a little bit, so that's good. He's not bad, but definitely we want to see his chest popping out more. We want to see more definition in the shoulder, more separation in the arms, and then down again by his lower abdomen and back by his hip there. Definitely want to see all that come in and be nice and tapered. Let's go to the last photo. Front double bicep. Okay, so right here, again, we want to see more definition in the shoulder, definitely more definition in the abs, and we want to get rid of the fat down by his hip area on the side of his hips there. We want to see a nice straight line, going from his back down to his hip area. We want to see a nice straight V taper. So last shot is the side triceps. So his triceps not really popping out a lot. Kind of looks like just his arm is just one flat piece. So by the end of this, we're going to see more muscle tone, more definition in the tricep for sure, and then you can see the midsection as well. It's popping out a lot right here. It's kind of popping out more than his chest. So by the end of this, we can get that to taper off and get his stomach in midsection to be tighter and be farther in, and have his chest be farther out. So and like I said, all we really want to do is just bring the body fat down. Derek's not going to put on a lot of mass. He's not going to be, this big muscular guy in 3 months. But if we could take enough of the fat away, we could definitely bring out a more shapely and defined physique, and give him a good structure. Because that's pretty much what he had when he was 21. He had a great structure. He was lean, and he looked good. So, and like I said, right now he's just average, but we want to get him back to how he was when he was in his early 20s. So that's the goal. So I want to close out this video with some working out clips, some training clips that me and my nephew filmed today. He hit his PR. Trey hit 225 pounds on the bench press, which is pretty good because he's only 15. He's only 15. He seems to remind everybody that he's only 15. He reminds us a lot, so that's like his favorite phrase. But he hit 225, which is pretty cool for a 15-year-old. It's pretty impressive, and hope you guys enjoy it.
Okay, so what you're seeing here is where I do 90% of my training. This is just a gym that my brothers and I built in our backyard. Again, I want to give Derek another shout out for being courageous and showcasing his physique for everybody out there. It's a pretty ballsy thing to do, and I'm glad that he agreed to do it. So over the next few months, we'll be tracking his progress, and I'll be making videos going into greater detail about some of his protocols and how I want to time his meals and his workouts to get the most out of the fat burning metabolism. But for now, I appreciate you guys watching this far, and we'll see you next time.
That's 50. So you put 225 pounds per. Because 225 is how many pounds heavier? 40 pounds heavier? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Easy. You ready? Yeah, let's go. One time. Let's go. You got it. Easy work. Easy work. Easy work.
I came up light.
Dude, I don't need it.
What? It's Ronnie Coleman training videos, dude.
I don't need it.
Yeah, dude,
Trust me, I don't need it.
No, dude, it's gonna get you fucking tight.
All right, you ready?
Don't do it too hard.
All right. All right, you ready? Take some deep breaths, dude. Get your fucking oxygen going.
Go.
Hit 225. All right, you ready? All right.
Oh, come on, get over here. Get over here. Come on, hit it.
Yeah,
Come on,
baby.
Come on.
Let's do it. Use that adrenaline. Come on.
All right, help me bring it up.
Get it out. Get it out. Get it out. Up. Let's go. Let's go. Press. Yeah.
Easy money. Easy money. Easy money.